Yo, thinking like what? Jay,
You want Black Jay back?
I want Black Jay back, man.
How are you gonna get him? You can't get Black Jay back.
Then when Keith found me, I was literally taking my pants off on stage.
What?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
He was in his set in his underwear, a hand up in there.
What?
I've told you this.
I don't remember this. What?
I had a great bit about doing. There's Black Jay.
Look at my Black Jay. Look at my boy.
but Hot Topics Jay sneaking out.
Yeah, it was sneaking in. It was sneaking in. It was a turning.
It's sneaking out.
It was a turning time, but you could hear I say and shit at the end of every sentence of this set. something and shit.
Here's my Black Jay.
Dude,
I'm
they
ready
used to
cry. Look at this.
And they used to. That was another one. Him and Keith and Kev would just bust my balls for because Keith would be like, "You have to do something besides just porn and dirty shit." He's like, "Have something else." And I was like, "I don't have anything else." And then they call it the porn button. Like you can see if I get on stage, and I was like. Guys, it's crazy, like the weather, right? They say global warming's happening, but blah, blah, blah. Like, I go, hey, who's sucking dick in here tonight? And you see him do this in the back of the room, like, porn button. Jay Panic starts talking porn. They weren't wrong.
Oh, my goodness.
There's nothing worse than back in the day when you'd be on stage and you'd be doing your bit and you'd be killing, and you look out and you see Keith in the hallway with Norton and Patrice just judging you, and you're up there, I would be fucking a stool or whatever I was doing, and they'd just be looking at you with thumbs down.
Oh,
boo. Yeah. He's the worst. One time we got Voss. Remember how angry we got Voss?
They'd walk through and say, shut up, while you're on stage, mid-joke.
Yeah, shut up.
Well, you know, this is real shit. Who was really the worst? Bob.
Why?
He opened up for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
In Florida one time. And when Bob kills, he sits there and smokes a cigarette and looks at you.
Follow that?
Yeah. And he's sitting I'm struggling. I'm like, oh, yeah, man. There's good things going on, huh? A lot of stuff. Bob's sitting there, he's thoroughly enjoying my bombing.
That happened in Amsterdam too, because we did that show, and they have the Black Night called De Bomb, and it was Saturday late show, black show
at the cafe.
Patrice, no, it was in the theater. Patrice, okay. Keith, and this black comic, I don't know who it was supposed to come, but they didn't have. She didn't get her passport. So he's struggling. The guy's flipping out who put this show. It's sold out. It's a black show. And Keith's like, put dumb Bob up. He does black shows in New York. I did, the Cellar the Boston on Sundays. He's like, he'll be fine. He's like, I don't know. It's a black show. He's like, fuck, they got him to put me up. And I went out. I think I was wearing my evening gown. I was wearing my evening gown. I think that was that night. I was wearing my evening gown.
Let's also do a black show. Hey, as long as you get your bell bottoms on, as long as you're just like an asshole, you should come do this.
So I remember I went out, and the guy was real nervous. I went out, Jay, I fucking killed.
Yeah?
I killed so bad, they started chanting my name. Bobby, hey, Bobby. But with that accent, Bobby. I look off to the right. Keith's going on after me. I remember I was coming off stage. They were chanting my name. I killed so hard, and Keith is like doing shadow boxing.
Had to get ready. Huh?
And then fucking Patrice just pushed Keith out of the way. He goes, excuse me, sir. Pushed him out of the way. He goes, sir, Mr. Kelly, please come this way. Oh, it was an amazing set, Mr. Kelly. And then
they were chanting his stupid name. I was angry as shit.
Well, it's funny. I've always said that when, and this isn't a Keith bombing story by any stretch at all, but when me and Keith met, it was at the airport on the way to do a gig that Michael Blackson. I stopped doing Cutco knives that day. I was like, well, I guess I'm going to miss the third day of Cutco training. And I go and I met Keith, and Keith had seen me at the Cellar before. I didn't know Keith at all, and I opened for him on this show. And Keith did great. There wasn't a Keith didn't do great. But I had those like people falling out of their chair because I took my clothes off.
In a way better set.
No, it wasn't better. It was just I'm taking my clothes off. He's doing bits. Like he's like doing comedy. But I was in those times you couldn't tell me anything because as Keith's going, he's sitting down, he's trying to give me advice. He's like, hey, you got to come to New York and you got to blah, blah, blah. And he's like, you know, you work on, he goes, the stuff with like the taking off the pants, like, hey, it's funny, but anyone can do it. And he's doing the whole thing. And I'm like, and just as he's talking to me constantly, morbidly obese black women are like, can we take a picture with you? And I'm like, excuse me, Keith, is it? Excuse me. I got to go over and take a picture in front of like an airbrush Tupac backdrop or something. And I keep coming back over to Keith and I'm like, what are you saying again? And I went outside to shit talk Keith to Kev. I called Kev and I go, this dude's in there telling me I got to stop doing this, that we should go to New York. And he goes, oh, yeah, no, I talked to him, too. I think he's, like, legit, like, in the scene. And I was like,
legit. What was that, pedophile or something?
I really treated Keith, like, in the beginning, I was like, this guy's in there saying, he didn't take pictures with more than 4 morbidly obese black women. And then
that was my Black Jay.
Dude, what a rude awakening, though, when I came to New York. That's what was the funniest, because Kurt was being Kurt Metzger in black rooms and doing okay to fine to terrible, whatever it would be. I learned how to do really a kill in those rooms. And then Keith brought us right to New York, and I'm going on at 2 a.m. at the Boston Comedy Club for 4 French people and a disinterested couple, and I'm going like, P. Diddy's crazy, huh? P. Diddy, man, that guy'll be on any song.
Yeah, you can't even take your clothes off because it's just weird and perverted.
He's already said don't.
Not a crowd. It's just 4 people and you're naked.
I would have. I absolutely would. But I don't know if I ever told Keith. I don't know if you even know this one. So when you said that to stop, like just taking your clothes off is not really doing stand-up comedy, and I took that so to heart. But I was so used to going at very least on Thursday nights at the Laugh House. I mean, I took my clothes. Nobody wanted to go after that because it would destroy so hard. And then when Keith told me to stop doing it, I was like, yeah, it's because it's not real comedy. But I was like, I need something big because like I like getting off stage to that. Like, so funny how I don't know how to close comedy shows now at all. I'm just like, so you guys are awesome, man. Thanks. But at that time, it was like you needed that explosion and be like, oh, Big J, fucking good night.
I hate ending the shows now too because I fucking end them at the wrong. I'm like, I get the laugh and then I go one more.
Me too. I enjoy it myself, and I'm like,
and then
one more.
That's it. I guess, yeah.
And then I go, I the other night I just went, hey guys, good to be here. And then they were looking at me like, is that it? I was like, fucking bye.
Yes, bye.
Fucking, I suck.
I have no idea.
I fucked up. I ended the wrong.
I did baseball stadiums with Bird all summer. Even when I'm done, I say my last joke when I could. It gets a good laugh, and you can go, hey, you guys been amazing. They laugh, and I go, can I do, nah, there's not really time. Hey guys, thank you so much for it's just like a real genuine
uncomfortable endings.
But I used to want to get that big explosion, and I didn't think my jokes were that good.
Yeah,
I kind of knew that, and I remember there was just the one day I wore. Keith wasn't there for this, but I wore a string. I've told you this probably, I think, around my neck, and taped it right above my nips, like taped it down with extra string on either side. So in my bag, I brought 2 giant tinfoil rings, huge. And right before I went on stage, I tied the rings to the string, so it looks like the joke is they're obviously like 12-inch big nipple rings would be the joke. I didn't have a joke. I just did my whole set standing like this, so I hoping nobody would see these rings. Just so at the end of the set I can go, guys, real quick, before I get out of here, I got some new piercings. Tell me if they're too much. And I just lifted the shirt and they...
He was always white, Jay.
I had to... I don't know why I was so afraid. And then when I brought back the getting undressed thing to go against Touré in a contest, it was in front of not the hip-hop crowd, black crowd. And I'll tell you what, paying money, Mars Chestnut-looking black crowd does not want to watch a fat white guy in Carl Kanai shoes or pants take his pants off, and they did not enjoy that at all.
There were different types, different crowds.
I want to get into this with you.
What?
Who formed Comedy Express and why? Okay, listen. You were in a comedy gang back in the late early 90s or late
No.
80s?
It was the early 80s.
Early-
Mid 80s.
Mid 80s.
86.
Yeah. Well, Jay was doing tummy time, sucking on his thumb, watching TV. While his mom was getting banged out by somebody, and I
Cop.
was in,
Whoa,
Probably a
man.
cop. Probably a cop.
yeah, probably a cop. I was in juvie jail. You were in a comedy gang in Philly, Comedy Express.
My favorite.
Why? First of all, why? Second of all, was there a leader? Third of all, who came up with the jackets? Why jackets?
Definitely Keith on jackets, I'm going to
Wait,
say.
jackets, everything. The whole thing was me.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
You were the leader,
Yes.
and you came up with we need to get jackets that say Comedy Express.
No, my cousin Nick did.
He came up with it.
Comedy Express, by the way, it branched out from this. Didn't eventually? Was like
East Coast Express.
Wasn't? Is that what it was? It became
Yeah.
East Coast because you had Warren Thompson was in that too?
No, Warren Hutchinson.
Warren Hutchinson, that's what, yeah.
Warren Hutchinson, Wanda was in it.
Wanda has a jacket?
She didn't get a jacket.
Oh, because she's a woman.
Yeah.
No, we don't give women on
Yeah, you don't
jackets.
give women a
Give her
satin
a
jacket.
jacket.
Yeah, they get a purse or something.
You
right?
gotta earn the satin jackets.
you gotta fight to get the
You
satin
got the women of bras or something like that. Comedy Express.
panties. They got panties with American flags on them.
Panties on a stick.
So you started this thing, and was it going to be like a big company for you? Was that your deal, or was it to protect each other back in Philly?
No, it did turn out as a big company.
What?
They booked all over. I mean, the biggest comedy acts and the groups around now.
From Comedy Express?
Yeah.
Are you fucking out of your mind?
That's crazy.
You're
That's
crazy.
a crazy thing to say.
Are you okay, guys? Can we call some? Are you all right? Are you having another stroke?
What do you mean?
Well, you got Wanda, for sure.
Oh, you got Wanda. Name the other one.
Warren Hutchinson
No.
was a big writer.
Warren Hutchinson, a big writer.
Okay.
Tony Woods.
Okay. Tony Woods was in Comedy Express.
Yeah.
Did he have a jacket?
No, he wanted one, but Comedy Express won against the
BT.
DC.
Oh.
Washington, I forget the name of that group.
Was that Wanda and Warren Hutchinson?
No, that was Chris Thomas
Okay.
and all those guys.
So you had other comedy gangs that you guys went up against.
Yeah,
Like
Fat
the War-
Doctor? Did you have to take them to Fat
Fat
Doctor?
Doctor maybe. Yeah, all those guys. DC was funny.
Sure.
All DC was funny as hell.
Right.
We went there to, I forget the name of the place, and I bombed up front. My mouth got all dry. I had so many dry mouth experiences. But yeah, we started out like that, man.
Who was in Philly that was still in that? Did Ronnie Long get into that at one point?
Yes.
Yeah, 'cause he was around for a while.
Everybody in Philly, we made people audition for us.
How?
They come to the house and
Oh God.
You guys
Let's
sit in your
see what
satin
you got.
jackets?
Did you have?
Bring it.
Did you have?
Yeah.
Did you have like satin robes at the house?
no.
Comedy Express robes.
Your downtime Comedy Express satin robes.
You just sat there with hard-ons under your robes. Make me laugh, motherfucker.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good thing.
What was the idea? Everyone's kind of helped each other out or something? Was there a manager
Well,
involved? at all?
because the white comics was bugging me.
Yeah.
Because they were, white comics they were real arrogant at the time.
Right.
This white guy in particular just bugged me.
Who?
I can't say.
Come on. Is
No,
he
you totally can
famous?
say his name.
You can say his name. He's
He's
not
not
listening.
famous, but
Who is it?
That's why it's hilarious.
Come on. He's not going to hear it.
no.
We're not going to clip this and put this on Instagram and then collab with everybody and that guy.
Mouth the words.
No.
David Brenner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's his name?
His name was.
Come on. What's his name? Colin Quinn?
Jerry Seinfeld.
Was it?
No.
Who was it?
Of course.
Come on. Don't be an
No.
asshole. Just say it.
Big Daddy Graham.
Hey,
Who was it?
Big Daddy was a man. He was a man.
Who was it? Was he
He's the guy. Nobody knows him.
Billy Burr?
No, it wasn't Bill. Bill's from Boston.
The Geeter, Jerry Blavitt.
And the Gator with the heater, or whatever, the heater with the gator.
Come on. Who was it? Just name him.
Wayne.
Wayne who?
That's
Fetterman.
Wayne.
Cotter. Yeah. We got it. I'm such a
Wayne-
historian of
Is
comedy.
it Wayne Cotter?
I think so.
Is it Cotter or Fetterman?
It could be. It could be even Wayne. But,
You didn't like it.
I
Why did he bug you?
He just had a
Were they-
comic's voice.
Were they dividing? Like, was there a black circuit in Philly in the like mid '80s even? Just
Yes.
Guy looks like a mentally handicapped
was-
Gary Gulman.
But
Oh,
the
yeah.
comedy circuit was.
Yeah, there he is. You had every reason. He looks like white Pablo Francisco.
Doesn't he look
It was
like?
funny though. He hosted Comic Strip Live in LA.
Yep.
Okay.
It became the TV show on Fox.
Yeah, he was very funny.
Mm-hmm.
But
But why'd he bug you?
well, he would like pick
It's
all
sticky.
the white guys out. And, hey, there's a gig over here. There's a gig over here. You know,
Yeah.
he would give them all the gigs.
Yeah.
Well, the white comedy was also, they were all very shticky, too. It was very like,
Yes, you had
So
to.
he
have
did.
them.
He
it was
did.
a type of comedy that was like one note kind of genre.
He did what all the black comics were doing with black comics. He did with white comics.
Yeah.
Don't bring your white shit in there.
He goes, they were called Comedy Expressor.
No, they were Comedy Expresso.
No, but yeah, it was in my head more than anything.
Sure.
Yeah.
Chip on your
It
shoulder.
wasn't, yeah, and a chip on my shoulder. Being from South Philly, all we did was getting race rides with white guys.
Yeah. 10th and Tasker, right?
Yeah.
Tasker Projects?
Yeah.
Why would you get what? Oh, with like Italian guys or something?
No, Irish, Italian.
You
It just
got-
was what it was. I'm telling you, my father grew up in the same thing. It's hilariously like, it was that. And it was like, you can run a block. And then as soon as you cross the street onto the right block,
Right.
15 of your people were like, no, they wouldn't even chase you. If you got off the block,
You're done.
you're home free. No,
Yeah.
you're home free. It's like,
Well, it's
we're
like-
not crossing over into there because then we'll be chased right back.
It was
Yeah.
like, it was
what it
like
is.
tag or something.
Yeah, and it's but there was a civil war of
could-
whites going on also, so it wasn't
Yeah.
all just black.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. Italians
And the-
hated the Irish.
yes,
Irish hated the Italians. Mm-hmm. And they would go at it.
yeah.
You
until
know.
they all started fucking eventually, and then there's no such thing as a bunch of freckly Sicilians.
Nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that.
And nobody wants cabbage with sauce.
Cabbage
But yeah,
gravy.
that's what it was. So when I came into the comedy world, now you can imagine going into comedy in 1984.
Yeah,
Like black music all my life. Soon as I went up in the comedy factory outlet, I learned Huey Lewis in the news. I'm like, what the fuck? Who's this Huey Lewis?
well, because at the time, like of the rap music, they're not. It would have to be like pop, like Bust a Move type shit. It wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Like, it wouldn't be like Public Enemy or like Melly
Public
Mel.
Enemy came a little later on, but it was the white club was playing white music.
Mm-hmm.
Born in the U.S. What the fuck is going on?
When Men at Work bugged you?
Yeah, all of them. Journey, you know, all that. I'm like, oh shit.
That is the thing. Black comics do have a hilarious working knowledge of white music, usually just from like being in like those clubs.
Being that that's where
Yeah.
I mean, I'm racist when it comes to music.
I know. I've driven.
Black only. You know?
I've driven with you. Is that why you tortured all us white comics?
Black only, but it started to chip away at my black soul.
It was the only thing I had going was I could listen if Keith and Kev fell asleep in the car while I was driving home. I got to listen to my white music. I got to put on some white music for myself.
Yeah, but but that's what it was. It's like, boom.
Who's doing this special with you? Netflix, right?
Yes.
So it's you're doing Tuesday night. Rachel
Dumb Rachel's doing
all right.
Monday.
Well, she's a mother, so of a
Could be-
child.
there's a lot of dumb mothers out there.
Yeah.
Keith says she's not a good mother to her face. he's literally the worst
No,
person. I know.
Rachel's
You don't love your baby.
Rachel's on a Monday. Mine's on a Tuesday.
Hell yeah.
When we were doing Colin Quinn's thing, this is what a piece of shit Keith is. I don't know why I'm even friends with you. We're driving to do Colin Quinn's drive-in theater, the HBO thing during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
And Rachel had talked to Keith and said, hey, will you guys pick me up? And he's like, yeah, we'll pick you up. So we're driving to the gig. We get all the way there, we park. And then Rachel's like, calls and she goes, hey, where are you guys? Keith said, you pick me up. He goes, fuck her. we were at the gig. She had to get her own ride there. And then, so she's so mad. She's like, why the fuck wouldn't you pick me up? Like, I didn't know. So after the show, he's like, all right, well, we're going to drive. We're going back into the city to go to the cellar to have food and shit. And he goes, all right, we'll meet you over there. And he didn't tell me. So we just left. So we got to I'm sitting down eating out front. All of a sudden, Rachel comes up. What the fuck, guys? He told her we were going to meet her in the parking lot and never told me and just said, go ahead, take off.
Well, God got him back because one day they did drop off Rachel Feinstein and then got arrested.
You know that
when Keith got arrested.
The thing why Rachel is such a dum-dum. Like, you know, everybody knows the story. But the cops give me a good beating. I go to the hospital. Dumb Cav goes to the, holding cell.
Mm-hmm.
Dumb Cav gets his Snickers bar taken by a homeless guy that was.
That's a rookie mistake.
He wrestled him to the ground, took his Snickers bar, and then so when I got back in there, I went to the cell. Kev left. About 9-10 in the morning, Rachel comes through.
Mm-hmm.
She has a cheeseburger. She gives me the cheese. She said, can I give him this? She gave me the cheeseburger, and then she's like, looking around all suspicious. Look inside the burger. Like, what? What?
Look inside?
It was a note in there.
It was a nail file. It was a file.
It was a note. We gonna get you out of here. I'm like, what the fuck?
You just said that.
Yeah, it was a note.
There's a note in your burger. Ew.
That's a rookie mistake.
Buddy,
Life is
buddy
full
Bob.
of challenges, but it's also full of rewards, like trying to keep your kids entertained on a road trip. That can be challenging, right, Keith? You
Right.
thought packing video games and getting arrested by the cops would be enough, but it's not. It's a
Nope.
rookie mistake. Save your sanity with Snickers, a special treat for good behavior. Let's say you finally got that challenging project done at work. You're feeling pretty good about yourself. You know what? You're thinking you deserve a treat, a cookie, a fancy latte, maybe a hamburger with a note in it that they're gonna get you out. No, that's another rookie mistake.
Rookie mistake.
Nothing satisfies quite like a Snickers. Now it's game day. The game's coming over. You're entertaining. Everything is planned from dips to dinner, but dessert recipe, whoops. Yeah, it didn't work out so well. Another rookie mistake. Thankfully, you got a stash of Snickers. Maybe your team didn't win, but your dessert sure did. Sometimes all it takes is a Snickers bar to come back from life's little challenges. Rookie mistake. Maybe you just need a Snickers. Snickers, the official chocolate bar sponsor of the NFL. Check out Snickers.com/NFL to learn more.
Wow.
Rookie mistake. I'll tell you what was funny. I'll tell you it was a rookie mistake. Having such broke friends, Keith, because Kev brought me Keith's car, and he goes, drive it back up, and he's seeing the judge, so he'll be out like tonight, so drive up to get him. So I drove back up to New York to pick up Keith, and then everyone's there to bail out Keith. Did everyone, I think Rachel brought a Maxwell House can of change. Buddy Bolton had a sock full of Sacagawea dollars. It was fucking insane what showed up to get him out. Then the baby's mom shows up with Keith's brother, who's a pastor. He's got the whole outfit on. It was such a crazy scene showing up for Keith after that thing. But yeah, and you were commando because
You shit your pants.
they kicked you till you shit your pants.
No, I had ate McDonald's. My bubble
Sure.
guts, and my stomach was bubbling up, and the cop kicked the bubble right out of my
Yeah,
mouth.
kicked you in the stomach.
Gave me a nice sweet kick right in the stomach.
So you're shooting your special Tuesday night. It's December 19th at Sony Hall.
2 shows.
You got 2 shows.
You take off of your show, Bobby, one Tuesday
I'm going to his show
to go see
Let's
Keith.
go. We'll go together. We should all go.
100%.
We should all go. You're gonna get us tickets, or we have to buy tickets?
You gotta buy tickets. No, you get tickets, man. Come on.
I went
You
to
get the tickets, man.
I went to your last one. It was great. I went to your premium blend.
I never did premium blend.
What'd you do?
What am I, a fucking rookie?
Did you do? What'd you do? A half hour? You did a
I
half
did
hour.
a half hour.
Oh, sorry.
I went
I'm
to your
sorry.
half hour.
I went to your half hour.
You taped with Russ Maneve. You and Russ Maneve taped the same
Yes.
night. Yeah,
You
I remember
came
that.
out. You made a mistake. They made you redo a joke.
No, they not. They made Russ.
Oh yeah, that's
redo a
right.
joke.
They made Russ redo a joke. You came out and you
I
dumb
don't
suit.
write shit down. I have it in my head.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, I take it from the dome, yo.
Fuck
Jay,
yeah, dude,
yo,
love the
Black
dome piece,
Jay is
dude.
back, baby.
Yeah, what are you writing a bunch of bullshit down,
Yeah, that's probably.
dude? The problem is then a pandemic happens, and then 3 months later I go to headline and I go, I don't remember anything I said before this. I have to relearn an entire hour of comedy that I don't remember.
Or you go up at a roast and you bomb so bad because you didn't write anything. You just
That
put something
was.
on a napkin.
In fairness, Keith was set up to fail at that roast. They wanted him to do bad. They wouldn't have laughed if it was good. I
100% not.
I
No
learned that
way.
lesson from you guys. No, I said this. I'll never forget this moment when I watched that happen.
That's
Okay,
untrue.
sure.
That's untrue. Fucking untrue.
Whoa.
No, because I don't want him cutting you
Nurse
slack.
Kelly's getting real.
Nurse
Frisky.
Kelly.
Jay, untrue.
As I live and breathe.
He went up on the other roast. There was a roast before that he went up and just winged it and killed. That's why he thinks he can just go up and wing the fucking roast.
He could have.
Okay. This one, Ben Bailey went and wrote holy shit jokes.
Yeah.
And smashed this cocksucker.
Oh, that was
him.
the Kev breaking off the wing and flying down. God damn,
Just
it's really one of the best roast jokes I've ever heard.
One of the best roast jokes
Damn
ever.
it, makes me angry.
And this piece of shit rolled in thinking he was going to follow that and didn't. And halfway through, you see him reach in his pocket and grabbing, oh, you want written jokes? And he had a joke and he read it and that bombed. Then he almost hit Esty in the face, almost punched her.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she went up to grab you and you went, get the fuck out of here. You yelled at Esty. And then they turned the lights out and he goes, I'll fucking stay up here all night. Remember that?
I remember Dante sitting looking. I wanted to fight Dante and another big guy.
No, but you said something to Ben. You went, I'm telling you right now. And Ben went, oh, what? And he was like, nothing. Remember that?
No, I don't
Oh,
remember.
you took a hot one. It was great. He deserves every second of it. He's the meanest person we know.
That same roast, I don't know if it was Norton or Ben Bailey. They had one of the best jokes, too, about Todd Lynn, because he had, like, the bad arm.
Yeah.
And they were like, Todd Lynn's been working out. You could tell because he's been doing push-ups and working out. You could tell because the left side of his face is all scuffed up from the ground. It may have been Norton made it that way. It was so funny.
That sounded like a Norton one.
Yeah, because the left side of his face
I
all
took a
scuffed
night.
up.
I've had the most classic bombs.
You've had some of
Ever.
the best bombs ever. Remember the night you fired Frosty because you took a hot one?
Yeah.
was that the college
Yeah, it was
we
a
all
college.
did?
That college.
That college. Bobby?
Bye.
Bobby-
That's why I don't like Bob.
Bobby dominated colleges, and he'd bring you to go up there, and he'd like, yeah, go eat shit. It doesn't matter. Whatever you do, I'm going to go up there and sexy guy them. The first time I went with Bobby, they gave him an award for like comic of the decade or something.
Well, this is when one of the first colleges I ever did. People don't know this. I was at Bunker Hill Community College to be an art teacher. I started doing.
An art teacher.
I was.
Oh, my
I was going to be an
God.
art teacher.
Is that why you buy those bell-bottom pants? Trying to be a sexy professor?
I started Al and the Monkeys, right? The improv group. So
Wait a minute, you started a group too.
I started, yeah, but we didn't get jackets.
Yeah.
I got
Also, Bobby started a group that's called Al and the Monkey. He started a group and gave somebody else the head title.
I
Yeah.
Al and the Monkeys. What about Bob and the Monkeys?
so
Bob is, he's dumb.
so
He goes, I'm starting my own group. Al and the Monkeys. With me and Al
no, you know the story.
and
That's how
Dan
it
and a
happened.
guy.
So the school was going up to the Northeast Convention for NACA, and I wanted to get us to. I was like, let us work the school. They're like, you have to be a NACA for us to pay you to do your own college.
NACA's the convention you go to perform, and all the colleges
Right.
bid
So
on you to
I had
book
to.
you.
They go. Why don't you come with us, representing Bunker Hill Community College to the whatever it's called, the convention. And so I went up there, and as a college student representing my college, so I went up there and I went to the comedy show I need to know how to do this. Guess who was hosting?
Marty Putz.
Well, kind of. Keith. He was a putz. Keith Robinson.
Keith Robinson.
I'm front row. I'm enamored. This guy comes out, fucking killing, in front of all these. I'm sitting up. I'm laughing.
Clean, squeaky clean.
Clean, killing it.
Oh, clean.
You were a little clean. You weren't bad.
You have to do clean.
Yeah,
for those.
he was pretty clean. I mean,
think I
dude,
went on the stage to Biggie Smalls.
Dude, it was the craziest shit I've ever seen. So I ran out to catch him because I wanted to get advice from this guy I just saw. He gets in the elevator with some chick, and he just did, I don't know, an hour. He's hosting for an hour, and he's looking like he's Elvis after a 2-hour show. Like he's sweaty, he's leaning on her. She's fanning him off in the elevator. I get on the elevator, and I had my flyer that I made with my group, Al and the Monkey's name on it, and our bio, right? And I was like, hey, man, you remember this? And I was like, hey, I'm trying to be a stand-up. I got this comedy group. And he's just staring at me, leaning on this girl. Do you remember what you said?
What? That's cool.
Nah. You went, yeah, player. All right with that. And then he got off the elevator. I
like it.
I didn't like you since the day I met you.
I like it.
Love that. I'll tell you though, when you were part of the ball bust, like when you were part of doing it, divvying it out, like on the side of evil, it was fantastic. And one of my favorite, like I said, top 10 like belly laughs of my life was me and Keith. I think Kev was on this too. I think we all went. You let us do a spot in front of you at a college here in New York.
All right.
And Sean McLean, who passed away, late Sean McLean, did a set in front, and he dressed up for it. He wore like nice clothes, and he used to have a joke, Sean, that was about like dancing at clubs now is basically like having sex. And he does this whole thing where he's like getting down on the ground. He's like, whoa, hold on, baby, give me a shoehorn or something. Well, somebody give me, it's like rodeo. Somebody get, and he's laying on the ground, and it ends with him like humping the ground on his, like laying on his stomach.
It was FIT.
Yeah. He's humping his stomach, and he gets up. The stage was dirty as hell. The crowd's not laughing while he's on the floor at all. And the sound of him getting up and then dusting off his clothes and going like, so that's my thing with dancing at clubs, man. Just us laughing at that. I remember he goes, so yeah, that's my thing with dancing in clubs. That's that joke. That's how that joke goes.
Who was
that was funny.
Nice.
You gotta understand, from the day I met him in that elevator and he rejected me and just walked off the elevator, to then that day when I did one of my first colleges with you and they had my photo up, not yours.
Oh, that's the firing, right? You fired.
Right.
He fired Matt in the car on the way home.
Get out of here.
I was so happy. Do you understand that? Yeah, player, whatever.
Oh, man. Bobby was so cute. His comedy was cute.
Yeah, Bob. Handsome Bob.
Bobby did this for you. He was, baby, you got marshmallows.
It was marshmallows.
Oh, with marshmallows.
Marshmallows. I love baby talk.
Patrice would
You
hammer you with that all the time.
You want hot chocolate? It was hot chocolate with marshmallows.
She'd say, you want hot chocolate with marshmallows?
She'd go, you want hot chocolate with marshmallows?
I swear to God, he would do that and then say goodnight, and girls just pulled their tits out. Yes.
Marshmallows.
You might remember Bob from his from the crew that he started, Al and the Monkeys. God damn it, that's funny. Should we take our last break?
Yeah, we're going to take
here?
our last break. Keith Robinson's going to be taping his Netflix special at Sony Hall in New York City on Tuesday, December 19th. Get tickets at sonyhall.com. You have to go see this guy film the special. Rachel is on Monday night. But if you have a choice, go see Keith, right?
No, go see both of them.
All right, go see
and
both
Rachel.
of them. All right, go see
But
both
the odds
of
of that are low, so go see Keith.
them. Yeah, the odds of that. Thank you.
Bobby's going to be in Baltimore this week, and I'm going to be in Philly at the Live Casino, everybody.
I seen your dumb name on there.
The stupid billboard? Yeah,
Yeah,
live together Saturday.
infuriated me.
It should be.
Why does it
It's
make
probably
you mad?
because it's probably a picture like this.
Yeah.
He doesn't. I'll tell you why. It was White Jay on that picture.
You don't like white
He
Jay?
doesn't like White Jay.
We're going to get Black
hates
Jay
white
headshots.
I come not to like I just
Yeah, I gotta get back in some pose like
yeah.
You know that when you took us to that girl Angela, me and Kev to do our first headshots ever.
Yeah.
Who used to work at the cellar? That girl. That we made that the shirt we sold for my special I did in Vegas. Where I look like Elvis. Remember with the collar
yeah.
out and stuff and the chest hair. It's so bad.
You know, Big J loves you so much.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't do comedy if it wasn't for Keith.
Yeah.
I don't like you.
I like you. I like you a little.
Yeah, I know. Very
Yeah.
low.
Yeah.
I literally met Keith the day I was stopping doing comedy to do Cutco knives until I went back to school. Oh, there it is. There's that guy.
There he is.
That is one hell of, man, that picture meant everything to me. I was like, I look like Dane Cook. And then everyone was like, no, you don't.
You look like Dane Cook now. We'll be right back.
It's the Bonfire. Hey, everybody, thanks for listening. That was just a portion of our actual Sirius XM radio show.
If you want the whole thing, go to SiriusXM.com/bonfire for a special offer.
That's right. And go to BigJComedy.com and RobertKellyLive.com to check out our stand-up dates coming to a city near you. Crackle, crackle.